Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Here's Zoe behind me. I tried to light this up. I actually had another video here, but I said something that I thought I shouldn't probably say, so I'm starting over because, as you all know, I don't know how to edit. That's the charm of Lounging with Lisa. What you see is what you get, I'm sure. We have to now just pretend like something's charming. Was looking at Louise. Yeah, we're having some gloomy, sort of a mixture of snow and rain kind of weather right now. That's what's happening here. I wanted to ask you a question because I've looked, I'm not seeing it anywhere, but somebody told me last night that Jimmy Dore has left the Young Turks. Is this true to your knowledge? What's happening? If so, I'm glad he did, because I was just saying the other day to nobody other than the cats, because I was here alone when I said it. Jimmy Dore really needs to leave the Young Turks, or he's going to lose all credibility. I mean, there's a time when you have to cut ties with associations with people because they're going to bring you down, so to speak. Bring you down, baby. So, Mother, her car, I'll swing into this now. Mother's car is fine. It was just a matter of the battery cables and things needed tightened a little bit better, and there was some corrosion and things like that. So it was an easy fix, and the gentleman really barely charged her a thing. He's very nice to Mother. So she's on the road, and look out, the greater Conneaut Lake area. What else? My brother, this is the big news, big surprise. Blaney, my brother. Some of you know him, some of you love him, some of you can't live without him. Blaine Hauserman is on his way right now. He's at this point about 6 hours out, working on a movie in Alabama, and decided to come up and surprise Mom for the holiday, which, none of us are really that into turkey. I mean, Perpetual likes to pack turkey sandwiches for that big first day of whatever season it is and all that jazz. But beyond that, I wouldn't care if we had lasagna. It's just not. And neither would Mother's just glad to be alive at any holiday. Do you know what I mean? She is 91. So, what else? Yeah, I really want to know about this Jimmy Dore thing. I know that Jordan Sheridan got let go, but that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about, these sexual scandals going on. Remember I said yesterday that I have kind of a theory. It's weird, of course. It might not be weird. I don't know. I'll just share it with you as I do. Okay, is there a possibility, just a possibility? You know how when we hear things over and over and over again, like the population gets almost desensitized to things like, some examples off the top of my head would be, and I'm not saying that this means that it wasn't true or it was bad or good or anything. I'm giving an example of what I have seen happen in life, okay? It's like when Fox News, every time you would turn it on, it was like Benghazi, 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 Benghazi. Could be legitimate, maybe it isn't. I'm not making a judgment. I'm judging the media and what they do. To the point where I was rolling my eyes every time I would, flip around. That was back in the days when I was inclined to flip on any kind of TV. But people just got sick of hearing about it. They got desensitized to it. Is also, what else do they do? Just everything. You know how they do. And you just don't want to hear about it anymore. Do you think there's a possibility that, yes, I'm rising for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. It's a shock. I can't speak that well in that particular lounging position. Could this be a way to almost desensitize people to hearing about every single day? We're hearing about person X accused person Y of carrying out some hideous thing. And, could it be that that we might get tired of hearing this and then not believe it, or just kind of get on with our day when something bigger comes out about the sex scandals? Does that make any sense? I might not be making any sense, but that's kind of what I think. Like in terms of the child trafficking and stuff like that. Is there a possibility that by the time it does come out, and I certainly hope it does, that people might just be saying, oh, geez, they're at it again. It's like a friend of mine called it like kind of a McCarthyism, sexually speaking. It's kind of hard to explain, but that it's just, he doesn't want to see it turn into that. And a lot of the women in his group the other night agreed. So I'm not saying anything about the people alleging this or accusing that. I'm simply wondering, why is this all coming out now? What's the deal? Is it a way to kind of control the narrative eventually? You know, why all of a sudden? Do you wonder that as well, or have I just completely gone off my rocker? Very hard for me to formulate today because I know that there's going to be a pearl clutcher in the crowd that's going to come out and say, oh, Lisa just doesn't believe the women or something. That's not it at all. I've made that crystal clear. So if you're inclined to say that, back this up and play it again. Okay, Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. While coming at you with thoughts of the day, please join me, join others. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. And War is a Racket by Smedley Butler. Major General. He ended up being Smedley Butler. Please check it out. Get used to it. I want a full report on my desk by Monday. What else was I going to say? There was one other thing. Hold on, let me think. It's just not floating to the forefront, ladies and gentlemen, so it couldn't have been that important. Remember how they used to say, if you forget something, it's not that important. I don't really believe that, first of all. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to take a shower today. Don't faint. I mean, look at my hair. Needs cut, too. Love you.